All right, y'all. So we are back with another very, very bullish Toshi video. In this one, we are going to be checking out a little bit of a live stream Crypto Banter just posted. So this channel is massive. It has over 1 million subscribers. So a massive channel is actually speaking about Toshi. So it's getting to that point. It's getting to that point where the bigger guys, because I've seen multiple big subscriber channels actually start to speak about Toshi within the last week. Actually, within the last week, I've been seeing these guys actually speak about it a lot more. So yeah, I definitely appreciate the fact that they're starting to cover the community and show love to the community. But yeah, he's about to go into Toshi's positioning and his thoughts on Toshi. So yeah, like we're gonna jump into it and see what he has to say, fam. Yeah, be sure to drop that thumbs up, subscribe, turn on notifications and all that. Let's get it.
Smaller multipliers, but also higher safety net, because obviously you can't just put all your eggs in one basket. You're not gonna ape so heavily into something that's like sub 1 million in market.
Oh, and by the way, what he's doing is he's ranking the top projects on Base, I believe. So yeah, that's what's happening right now. It's Base focused, I believe.
Kick up and even born in the last week. You should probably focus on stuff like Brett and Toshi. So these are going to be the two mascots of the Base ecosystem. If you want to have the safest kind of returns, and by all means, it's meme coins. Nothing is safe in the world of meme coins, but I would focus on something like Brett and Toshi.
See, when you're talking about safety and meme coins, I like the thing that instantly, and I know this is a huge crypto channel, so I may be among the, the minority in saying this. I don't think recommending something like Brett, in my personal opinion, is a safe thing to be recommending. Like it started out with bundles. It was a bundled token with 80% being held by insiders, and we don't know like how much of that, is still being held by these guys, by the same insiders. And also with what's been going on recently in the community, which I've already covered, that's just not as safe as I would like an investment to be. So I have to take with a grain of salt what someone is saying when they're calling that a safe investment. It's one of the most risky investments in crypto. It's in my opinion, it's a cabal coin being held up by a bunch of insiders, and people who usually speak well of it are usually insiders themselves. So that's why I have to take it with a grain of salt, because yeah, it's kind of a questionable thing.
Brett is kind of like, do we want to call it the Cabal one? Perhaps, because obviously there's been big KOS that have been behind this. And Toshi, there's also a Cabal behind Toshi, like the majority of meme coins, but Toshi is going to be more of like the organic kind, because obviously the cat of Brian Armstrong is a big deal. Where do I want to rank them? It's a very interesting.
Nobody in Toshi owns over 2% of the supply. Brett, the insiders own 80% of the supply. Like the cabal in Toshi, nobody owns over 2%. The cabal in Brett, they owned 80% at one point. I think it's down to like maybe 40%, but yeah.
Conversation to have. Obviously, Toshi is less down when it comes to the all-time high compared to Brett. Brett has gone to, I think it had gone to like 2.3 billion in market cap or something like that. It has corrected quite heavily compared to other meme coins. I still want to put it into the 8th year, because at the end of the day, we're still talking about something that is a mascot of the chain. But Toshi, I would say, that is the clear winner here. So let's just compare the charts. Okay, Toshi right now is 300 million, so it could be the bigger one also in terms of market cap. So if we look at this chart, it doesn't look freaking amazing, but it's still, let's just call it like a 60% down from the all-time high. But at least we can see a clear pattern that is, getting higher highs and higher lows, at least right here. So it doesn't look that bad, and it's still trending. Number 29 spot. The volume is not that high, but we're obviously talking about DEXs. I'm not looking at the centralized exchange volume, which for something that is so high market cap is going to be primarily on sexes. Whereas if I look at Brett, the chart to me just looks extremely manipulated. 260
So he's saying all the right things, all the right assessments that like, what? Like, how do you say that this is an A rank safe project when you say, then you proceed to say, yo, the chart just looks crazy manipulated. Like, you just said that this was safe. I'm lost, bro. Like, what?
Million in market cap. This is a chart that it's not looking that good, at least in my opinion. We are at a critical level right now.
How do you get to an A then? I'm lost. Hopefully he explains this and dives into this. It's like some things it's just kind of, it be throwing me off.
I would draw a line right here around the 250 million in market cap. It's down 90% from its previous all-time high. So on one hand, we can say, damn, this has been just freaking nuked. So perhaps I wouldn't just go all in into it. But at the end of the day, something that is retraced so damn much, there's also a good opportunity that is gonna bounce back and at least do a few X's. Maybe you're gonna do like a 2, 3, 4X. I would say that at least it should go back to 1 billion in market cap if we have some sort of meme coin season. Is it gonna go back to the previous all-time high? Debatable. I mean, we're still talking of something that is gonna go like 10x from here. I don't know. It really depends on the market. Yeah.
So if Toshi carries it, it's possible to get a couple of X's out of it. I mean, I don't know. Like, but is it also worth the risk? Because something dropping that hard, showing you that it has no community, it doesn't have real support, something dropping to that extent. I mean, when you have a clear winner like Toshi here just dominating the entire time consistently and you're not seeing stuff like that happen with Toshi, I don't know if that's a good risk to be taken whatsoever. Like, and I think that I don't know what circles this guy is in. Like, I listen, I have respect for everybody. I really have no enemies in this space. I'm not mad at Brett people or anything like that. But it's like, I feel like this space is very friendly because it's very much built on connections, who you know. So you don't want to, if you know somebody who's inside the cabal or who's heavily connected, you say something, you can piss off the wrong person. You have somebody like me who's not connected to the majority of these influencers, so I couldn't care less who hates me, who feels a way about me or anything like that. I'm more so connected with, my own circle of people who are very successful, so I don't have to care about what an influencer thinks about me because these influencers don't do nothing for me in the first place. But you got other people where maybe that's why you could say, something is an A rank, but point out how everything about it is shit. But listen, this is just my thoughts and my opinion. I'm not trying to bash my man's here or anything like that. It's just not really adding up. Everything you've shown puts this shit in like a C or D rank, but you somehow came to the conclusion of an A. And I guess maybe if you're gonna go off it's still one of the faces of the chain, I would put dog in me above that. It's actually listed on Coinbase. It's been stamped by Coinbase. It's a lot of things that would be above that in my opinion. But hey,
A or B tier? I'm just gonna put it into the A tier just because of like the historical value that it has for the chain. But if I'm looking at it just by a perspective of a chart, I would just put it into the C tier. So yeah.
He said A or B, and then he said if I'm looking at it by the chart, I'll put it in C. Like, it's just a lot. Listen, like, I don't know. I think my man's just trying to be nice and considerate of maybe some people and that he knows or something like that. But see, and listen, I understand the relationship aspect, but I would prefer to be nice and considerate of the people who could potentially get wrecked. And because I support people who like me, people who, we come into this game with our last trying to change our life, and we can't afford to be screwed over by people with ill intent. And those are the people that I feel for. Those are the people that I speak for personally. But I'm not mad at nobody, worried about the business and things like that. This is a major channel and all that. So I know those business connections and stuff like that is crazy. But like to start off at A tier and say it could go to B, then say, yeah, I'll probably put it in C. I mean, that pretty much says everything we need to know. But yeah, like the one thing that is very clear and very obvious is where Toshi is, by the way. Let's just point that out. Let's point out where Toshi is.
I hope it makes sense. My wife put 5K in on Toshi. She's way up. Nice. Congrats to your wife. A lot of people are bullish on Toshi right here. Guys, hit the like button on the way in. I really appreciate you guys. Much, much love. And also subscribe to my own YouTube channel. I have my own YouTube channel in which I talk pretty much exclusively on meme coins these days. So if you enjoy the content, make sure to check it out. All the links are going to be down in the description of this video. So now is probably the biggest find so far. Then we have Mr. Migos. Mr. Migos was also shielded as one of...
All right, we're going to skip past and see where he puts everything at. Let's look at the end result. Let's see where he sees the chain. Don't even know what that is, and I don't know why it's next to Toshi. Can't be bothered to even check. Keycat D. What am I, Brad? Like, it's just certain things that be bothering me, bro. Ski below Brett. Listen, I'm not like this market cap shit. Like, come on now. Like, nah, I don't know how this is being ranked. I've never seen this before. Yet it's S tier. I don't, no. I'm not even a Keycat fan, but if I've seen a Coinbase themselves interact with you, you're not in D tier. Like, you may be down right now, but you're not in D tier. So you got, yeah, I don't know, bro. Like, maybe I might be able to respect the list more if Brett was in C. Like, if you want to respect their history and put them in C, cool. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you all think about this list. How do y'all feel about this list? I don't think this list right here is it. I think, but the thing that I do like and the thing that I do respect is the fact that no matter what, you have to put some respect on Toshi name, because you would look wild not putting Toshi as the first S tier. So I can definitely appreciate the fact that we are in a position where it's a bad look and a nick to your record, to how you're viewed as a professional in this space if you're sleeping on Toshi, because you look crazy. Like, even that dude Murad we covered the other day, the fact that he pretends Toshi doesn't exist and he talks about the best cat coins excluding Toshi, is like, you look crazy at a certain point. You look like you cannot be trusted and you're full of shit. So at least, like, it's at a point now where you gotta put Toshi in his rightful position. So yeah, there we have it, yo. Let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. How do you all feel about this list? As always, yeah, drop that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn notifications, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out, fam.